This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25.
Hey everybody, it's Terry Crews, and welcome back to another Stanley Cup playoffs. This is day 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs of Game 2. And as right now, I am here, as you may have already noticed it before, it's one of our big earnest supporters. This time, Tyler Beast is with me here for the pregame show. That's right, as we're ready to get this thing settled in now, we have our first game on start, as the Ottawa Senators and the Maple Leafs are ready to rematch for the Battle of Ontario for the second game back at Toronto, Canada at Scotiabank Arena. So this time, Ottawa Senators have already started their first game win against the Toronto Maple Leafs on the road. But will they do it again? Or will the Maple Leafs tie this series up? It's going to be a one take afterwards, so we're going to see what happens if anything gets over this. I can't wait to see what it is, so it's going to be amazing out there. Of course it is. Let's hope there is another great win to that. And now standing by, I have our new commentary, Willie, as he's also along with the other commentators as well. And this time, he's got with Silver Spoon, and the other side of it we have, across from the angle, is LJ. And the center ice I have it to welcome on in is to get this thing started. As right at the moment, Ballpoint Pen will be in the center ice for tonight's game. We'll see you later, everybody, for our post-game show. It's going to be a great one, so we can't wait to see what's going to happen. All right, Battle of Ontario continues on EA Sports. Let's roll. Ontario, and we are back at Scotiabank Arena. Hi everybody, I am Willie, and I'm here with my broadcast partner, along with the other two, as we are ready to rematch things up for the Battle of Ontario in Toronto. On field and set, as we are ready to get this thing started between Allmark and Wool for the second game start. As right now, as Knives is right toward the wing, as he will send it over to Panev this time, as he sets to Matthews, looks to Knives. Knives sets to Panev, and he will now fire it over to get a Knives. He finds McCabe. McCabe looks to Panev as he rolls this thing ahead to Knives. Knives is rolls right toward the wing. Sanderson takes over to Highmore, and now right toward the wing is Highmore for the Ottawa Senators. As he rolls it past the Guy Rocks. Stopped by Wool, as he will come in for the first save of the night here in Game 2. As along with my commentators in between of Silver Spoon and the third commentary of the crew to give all a good pleasure to show what goes on. As right at this moment, it's going to be LJ, and there's a bunch of takes here as we are ready to see what goes on with both players at the same time. Now here's Stutzel. Stutzel sets to Gyro. And now Tanev will set it over now playing to Martin. Martin's right toward the wing. He will set things up to slow things down a little bit as he's right toward the corner. Watching it play optimally as Evan Marson on a shot. Stop by Allmark. He'll come right in with the first save of the night. Now as they're ready to take the next puck drop. 18:44 remaining in the first period. Now Tanev wins the face. Tavares wins the face on the Ekman Larson's right toward wing. Quentin Riley, shot by Omar. He covered it in with a big time on a slacker to get that first goal try, but it's still denied by the goaltender. Now as they wait for Tanev, here's Ekman Larson as he will set it over to Riley. Riley sets to Nylander. Nylander shoots it. Stopped by Allmark on a catch. What a great take here for Linus Allmark. First he was played for the Bruins, and now he's the goaltender for the Senators. Well, he made it a little clear on the range here. Now, Linus Allmark is really like one of our big takes in, and his great goal take. His pressure has done for some lots of routine to do, and for sometimes the reason makes it what Linus Allmark does is the instance. Let's see what happens if he gets a take. Oh, close his net right in, and behind the net is Omar. He will cover that one up.
Oh, wow. I thought that was a goal there too. I thought I could have sworn that was a goal. But that just stayed out. Wow. Unbelievable.
Now Jensen sets to Amedio. He's right toward the wing. And over right toward the back of the side. Same play by Wool. Wool now sets to Mitchell Marner as he will now finding over to Tavares. Tavares will send back to Mitch Marner. Marner sets it over. Now it's chance over to Riley. Riley to Ekman Larson as he sets back to Riley. One time Ekman Larson, shots blocked by Javit. Berlon's right to wing, back to Pinto, and their team goes offside. That will be on the Ottawa Senators. Setting it over, now ready to get another puck drop here for Toronto and Ottawa. Matthews wins the face-off as McCabe is right toward the wing. He will now send it to Nev. Tanev chance, rolls it right down as Brady Tkachuk trying to battle it out. Now as Highmore will now sets the Giroux and a shot saved by a goal. 17:30 remaining in the first period. They'll cover things up to get ready for another puck drop. As they're often set ready to take things underway here, another goal releases. Matthews wins the face-off as Tanev is right toward the back of the net. They'll set to Nice. Nice is right toward the wing. He'll now set things over on a shot take. Saved by Linus Elmore. Rolls in right around the net. And a rebound by Clevitt. Domi's right toward the wing. Sets to McCabe and he looks over to Tanev. Tanev chance now finds McCabe. McCabe looks into net. Tanev looks over to McCabe. McCabe shoots it. And a stopper made here by Linus Elmore. McCabe now finds Tanev and he looks to Matthews. A set back to McCabe. McCabe looks to Tanev. One timer for McCabe and the backhander is stopped by Giroux. Giroux's right toward wing, now finding again to Stützle. Stützle to Giroux's shot. Same play here by Wool. Matthews takes it over, now he finds again to Tanev as he rolls the pass over to Robertson. Robertson rolls it in. The rebound by Clement. Pulls a fumble, stop. Stood still. Takes it back over to Harmonic. On the way down, and a shot stopped by Wool. They got a man rush afterwards, but it stays out.
This clear zone really makes it a change up. This isn't really that perfect at all, and we're really like seeing things, we're watching it, and play over again. They're really staggered now.
Faverson, good poke check here by Bennett. Bennett gets his first take here for the good poke check as now Holmberg is right toward the opposite side. And the zone doesn't get over it as Zub takes it back. The rebound by Mitch Marner. Marner, right toward wing. He'll set it over, now finding Nylander. Zub takes it over, now finding it over to Gregg, and he gets it over to Bakerson. Now here's Sanderson right toward the wing as he will now get that puck out of here. Nylander takes it over. Here they come. Fast break for Nylander. Shoots, same play by Linus Elmore. Riley bumps it up on the boards. Amedio now finding again Nylander. Haran sets it over. And now this will give it over the other way. Iowa Senators are back in the offense zone. Pinto shot stop made and play by the goaltender. And here's Campy's right toward the lane. Sets over to Morgan Riley. Give the pass to Ekman Larson. Back to Morgan Riley. Here's a chance for Lawrence. Shoots and scores! Lawrence gets his first playoff goal and they're on the board.
This play motion for Lorenzi was making it snappy and he was making a one-tipper motion. And that puck was a little bouncy, a little start-off out of the way. But as for Riley, he set some great tape-to-tape feed. This zone made that clear to get that one open. This feed-off room was deflected off of Pinto, and now the first goal starts in for the Leafs.
Deb gets a winning face-off as Riley now sends it over. The pass over again to Pacioretty. Pacioretty now does the pass over to Lawrence. He's got his first playoff goal. And this one will give it over to Ekman Larson. Larson now finds Lawrence. Sets Ekman Larson as he now finds to Pacioretty. Here's Brady Tkachuk. He now passes it over to Pacioretty again, Ekman Larson. Larson now finding McKay with a shot. Camp, backhander, saved by Allmark. Just about 14:22 remaining in the first period of the game. Now the teams are ready to get the next face-off. Toronto up with a 1-0 lead over Ottawa. Matthews reads the face-off. He now finds it over to McCabe as he rolls again, now finding it to net. And this
Maple
one reaches out
Leafs
of the zone. He
go!
will now get over to the Maple Leafs territory. Now to net, will clear the zone out. It's broken by Randy Gregg. Sets the paper set. On a chance shot. Domi takes over. And tonight, now rolls again to Matthews. You can see that
number
Matthews,
95,
he really makes a terrible mistake and he really gets it over to. There was no question of how he's going to be able to carry out on that. And he has been really bumped
Steven
up.
Lawrence, his first playoff goal, assisted by Morgan Riley and Olivier Ekman Larson at 5:07 in the first period in the
And now
playoffs.
McCabe is battling along the puck. Now the rebound puts in by Nice. Nice, right over again, now playing to Matthews. Rolls past to Domi. Domi looks to pass to Timmins. Timmins this time. Matthews shot, glove saved by Omar. 13:24 remaining in the first period. They'll get another face-off on our way. As we've seen it so far, as we haven't seen the Ottawa Senators heading back into the postseason, this was unlucky enough that they were able to been eliminated that time, and they have been rolled sketched out in the Sky North Division, and with the other teams between the Winnipeg Jets and for the Calgary Flames and for Vancouver Canucks. There's a bunch of teams going on afterwards, and they really are staggered out of here. Sometimes they don't really play it oftenly. They really have been smacking things in. But only one team, and a couple of them, Maple Leafs, and then the Montreal Canadiens, and then it was Winnipeg Jets, and then the Oilers. This is definitely what the Scotty and North team, and they've really been playing in with some divisionals. Only one in Canada. It's not definitely America in between of it. And I really say is, this gives a hard use of their trained ability to put in some great strengths. I've seen great strengths along with those teams. They're really saying now, whatever they say now for the Maple Leafs, they've been trying to do for a lot of hard work. They didn't really think that we're going to be covering it up at the right moment here. But I've seen so many other Pleasants out there. This really kept them from coming back. And because of what they really did know is that they've really been keeping on scoring in. Playable is not really the easier way. I'm not saying that it's pretty how bad it is, but they just don't really do it often. They just got to keep doing it again. That's all that happens. Here's Ekman Larson's shot. This was redirected, and now Jensen will have a chance over. And it rolls around the net. This will be an icing on Ottawa. 12:02 remaining in the first period as they get ready for another puck drop in. A lot on the line here at this point. 1-0 is the score for Toronto Maple Leafs. And now he will roll things in again to get ready to go over the other way. Here's Perron. He will sets it over. And a pass broken up by Morgan Riley. Lawrence right to her in a wing. He'll set things over. Now he pass over to Riley. Riley sets over to Camp. Camp rolls back. Trying to get out of the way as Shane Pinto takes it over. Pinto getting a look at another playoff goal. He has one. Amadio and a shot blocked up again. Amadio now has another chance here. He has 2 goals in this playoff here in the first game. But he's looking to get his 3rd playoff goal in each game here on the segment. Now as McCabe sets it over to Nylander. Nylander sets over to McCabe. McCabe shoots it. It's blocked. Rebounded by Perron. The Senators are back in offensive zone as now Perron sets to Jensen. Jensen settling in on the attacker. On a motion. Battle on Nylander. Tavares trying to clear the puck zone out of here. And a rebound by Reinhardt. Take a snatch kick. Kanev takes it over now by McCabe. This really is going to make it look hard and struggle. They really are battling out, bashing through. What is going on over here? Kanev takes it over. A set pass over to McCabe, and he looks over to Tavares. Tavares shoots, rebounded in traffic by Jensen. Osmachuk straight toward his own. Good poke check here, and he'll now dish it out. Here comes Max Domi. Spin! Save by Omar. He got a look at a great sprint move, but he still couldn't get that beating up over by the goaltender.
This was definitely like how hard that was. I mean, definitely all alone on the breakaway chain. That's definitely like unbelievable. He really showed it up. No big surprise, no big deals here.
McKay break toward wing. Sets the pass to Nice. Nice sets to Tibbetts. Tibbetts up across now, finds Domi. Domi, looking middle, and he's a little uneven to get back in there. Baverson takes it over as we pass the midway mark. Nice takes it over. Now as the Toronto Maple Leafs are back in offense zone, here's Tibbetts. Tibbetts shoots it, saved by Lomar. Hands up, sends to Baverson. Baverson rolls it out. Now Tibbetts takes it over. Holmberg couldn't get it over with, and that's why he clears his own. Timmons takes it out. Now it's back to Robertson. Robertson backs up. Rebound by Stützle. Here's Giroux. Giroux away over turn in the wing. On a setup. The pass broken up by the Ottawa Senators. And it's one as the Leafs takes over back. Now Jake McMahon, Bobby McMahon, he'll sets to Holmberg. Holmberg should save by Omar. He took that one with a nice, great chance. And now sending it over to center ice. Sending his ballpoint pen for Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews is one of our big takes on priority. According to this one of his research, his main thing is making a great use of it on his own skill. What sometimes he does, though, is he plays with his best players in the world. He was one of the considerations for his National Hockey League of his debut. Since he was playing in by September, and this one was the better range that he's ever been doing. This company was the only take-in that he does for anything. What he does is now, he gets all with his use of the energy, and going with the Austin Matthew drive, it's a hard way to do for it to make it snappy. When I say now is make snappy, it's make hard drive done to give things a good roll. I'll see about Austin Matthews with his own goal. Right now he has 2 goals in the postseason in the playoffs. Let's see if he happens with this third. Back to you. Amber Larson sets to Nylander. He looks to Riley. We'll give it over now to Kemp. Kemp sets it to Ekman Larson on a shot called save by Omar. He'll come right in with only under 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Now I know what you're thinking now. The first player, it was in the modern NHL history for scoring 4 goals in this game. He was making his NHL debut. What I see so far, scored 40 goals in his first season. That was my 2016-17 season, and he really rolled it all. And I think that this was really like a hard team that they were really doing him in for. And taking to a lot of great timings in his angle wasn't the easier way that they're doing him for. But now I know is that this really kept it on from playing outwards in a better situation that they've been doing it for. I really have to take all of the credits. This is all that I know for. 40 goals is the better range to start off for his rookie season. And for sometimes what happens with Matthews, he really is like a pro. Not a rookie, but he's making the next level. What I've noticed about Austin Matthews, he was really keeping it clear. And all that is, he has done best takes. I mean, I know you've definitely been thinking of right now. It looks like that Austin Matthews been really like one of the better playing this angle. Didn't really think he was able to try to keep it already done for him. Maybe that's the key, but maybe more than that, it can be a hard way to do for it. Now Bennett sets to Timmons. He looks over to Bennett. A settle will now find Timmons. Robertson shoots it. It's blocked up by the defenders and turns to traffic. Holmberg looks to Bennett. Looks to Holmberg. On a shot block. McMahon shot block. Over right toward middle. Saved by Omar. Just about 12 seconds in the full pressure for the Maple Leafs. Send it over toward the other side. I will now say about the next player, Brady Kachuk. Brady Tkachuk is one of our big takes, and he is the better take for the captain for the Ottawa Senators. And before being drafted, he was been playing for some Ottawa hockey door leagues this game. When his best take in performance is what his home take is for the Central Stanley Maroon, ranked him in the second among North American skaters. What is what he's known for, recording for his high numbers of shots, hits, penalty minutes. And then, by 2021, he was playing one of our seasons by the Boston University, the Terriers. You may just understand that what he was really doing it for. And his great take is for Brady Tkachuk. He makes it all alone to make his team entering his zone the All Hockey East rookie team honors. He was really one of our big takes here as he makes his entry by 2018 draft pick of the NHL injury. And the shot is definitely what the next take is for Brady. He's looking to see what his playoff goal takes in, so he's going to find out if he can cover back in. I'll have more about them later. Whoa, makes a great stop. Only 6 of 6 remaining in the first period. They are still covering it up. Big strong takes effort. I mean, this really is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, all that goal, I mean, no problem at all. This is definitely like, wow, what's going on over here? I didn't see what goes on with the next goal. Nice right side. The rush inbound is saved by Omar. He will hold it in with under 6 minutes remaining in the first. Now the teams are ready to take the next puck drop. Under 6 minutes remaining in the first period. Now the win will put in for Brady Tkachuk. And now here's Jensen, sets over to Highmore. Highmore right toward the opposite side. Commissioner Tanev now finds it over to McCabe. He sets to Max Domi. Max Domi's right toward across, now finds again to Nice. Nice chance. Open side McCabe. Tanev rolls to Austin Matthews. Slicks in the canyon on the feed. Tanev rolls in a shot. Save play. Outward stop again here by Linus Omar. Matthews shot's blocked. And it rolls back to Highmore. Rolls over to Jensen. Oh, what a slick feed. He makes it through. On a shot glove, saved by Wool. And McCabe now sends it over. A deep pass broken up. And this will not be an icing as the play continues for the Leafs. Tavares sits over to Mel Marner and he'll give it to McCabe. McCabe to Marner and sets to Tanev. A set over to Marner. That puck escapes his zone. He now sends it over to Tanev. Here's a chance to Tavares. Tavares shoots it. Saved by Linus Omar. Tavares looks out to the outside. McCabe looks at Tanev and he lifts it over to Marner. Marner sets to McCabe. McCabe shoots. Glove saved by Omar. 4:33 to go in the first period. Now they'll get ready for another puck drop. Seems like this is a hard competition here. Carlton still watching on the Toronto Maple Leafs to try to get his own goal and make them win in the second game. Well, this might be a better changing out the lead. I always say is that Carlton's just not always easy enough. You just don't have the choice to do for. You have to give all the respect. You know what they said now? Carlton's definitely what they all take in for. Plenty of actions. He watches every game here on postseasons. I don't know how he's going to support, but their team is definitely on the rumble. It looks like they want to get communities here in the right place. Robertson, right toward the opposite side of the zone. He finds Holmberg. One time McMahon scores! McMahon gets his own goal. Just look how incredible that is for Bobby McMahon. That's another goal during the playoffs as he really sizzles in. And he just really think he wasn't going to be able to get it all that time. That one time for McMahon, he just rolls it up, passes through, and the goaltender was a little late to get started up here for the big saves. That's a quick wrist shot. Toronto Maple Leafs are up by 2 as Nicholas Robertson adds a number of points for this leader. And now to win for Toronto. Here's Morgan Riley, sets over to Ekman Larson. He now gives it to McMahon. McMahon Sets over on a shot stopped by Linus Hallmark with 3:43 in the first. They're still even up here with the goaltenders as Linus Hallmark's trying to look for a comeback strategy here in for part of Toronto game. Now the win puts in for Senators. The Ottawa are back in the offense zone. And now it's Domi sets it over on a pass back to Tanev. Now Toronto's going back into Ottawa territory. Nice, Wilson Domi, and he now sets to McKay. Here's Domi, steeps it long, this won't be enough. Now it's back to Matthews. He still wants another chance to get there through. Tanev slicks it. That one gives to Nice and back another chance. And back over to McKay. McKay steps over to back to Tanev this time. Matthews pulls out with the puck rebound. And puck escapes the zone. This will sets over to Nice. He will
Maple Leafs
in the zone in the Titans territory.
Score by number 74.
Here's a new group as Warriors on ice.
McMahon. Assisted by number 29, Pontes Holmberg.
Now for Linus Hallmark.
And by number 89, Nicholas Robertson.
Nylander sets it over right toward the zone.
16:05 remaining in the first.
Right toward the wing.
Bobby McMahon, his second goal in the playoffs, assisted by Pontus Holmberg and Nicholas Robertson at 16:05 in the first period of the playoffs.
Dairu sets back to Zub. Zub looks to Stutzel. Stutzel sets to Sanderson. Highmore, chance of play, great save by Wool. On a chance of founding. And a penalty will be gaining on Nylander, and this will be a tripping for Toronto.
Toronto penalty has a 2-minute
That's what
tripping.
happened with William Nylander. He was already tripped. He would make a great block, but he was caught from his knee, and he made him trip over.
Nylander's first penalty kill in game number 2. This will be a power play coming on for Ottawa.
Ottawa's a little start slow out there, but they're trying to look for the goal skier. Wolves making it look perfect, but that seems to be a
Toronto
little
penalty,
impossible
number 88,
for them
2 minutes for
to try
tripping.
to keep on
Time of
playing
penalty,
it like
2:07
that.
remaining in the first period of the playoffs. That's a 2-minute penalty on Toronto, William Nylander, number 88 on tripping. Time of penalty, 2:07 remaining in the first period of the playoffs.
Now they're ready for our next face-off. 15/10 face-off wins for Toronto with under 2 minutes. Now as the Maple Leafs wins the face-off, as Tanev will clear that zone out of here. And now to take for Perron. That one breaks up by Kemp. And it rolls back to Stutzel. Oh, he almost would have had a short-handed goal, but that one sticks out of here. And now McCabe has it. He rolls down. Now Stutzel's got it. Back in play Mounting. A chance. Shot saved by Wool. Rolls back in ice. And it looks again to Kemp. Kemp sets it in. Now he will try to give the pass to Nuns. Hallmark will cover it in. And now Perron setting a deep pass. And that one's way too out of the zone. McCabe will clear it out. Last minute left in this first period.
Last minute in the first period.
Here's Perron. Will set it over. Deep pass again to Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk rolls it in. Saved by Wool. Now the rebound puts in by Brady Tkachuk. Brady. Set pass. Stop bait here by Wool. And now rolls to Domi. He'll set it around the net. And now Chavez right toward wing, sets to Gregg. Amedio's right toward in the wing. Possible chance, pokes it out. Gregg takes it over. Moves around with the chain now, finding Amedio. On a shot glove, saved by Wool. Timmins goes down. 20 seconds left for the regulation period. Only 9 seconds left. On a chance in play. Shot saved by Wool. Power play's over. 5 seconds left. And he scores! It's Cairo as they got their team on board. They strike in the first period before the time goes down.
Wow, that Cairo is making great goal contact. That what happens with the little deflection?
I don't think I wasn't able to make it in. 4.2 seconds, that was right in the timing. This time in the slot just made it look clear. The guy would battle for the rebound, and that pass made that easier. Sens are down by 1 here in the first period, as they will enter in the locker room after the first period. And the win, and Riley will settle down now to end the first period. 2-1 score, Claude Giroux. We'll try to see if we can tie this game for 2. Be back after this. You're watching the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on EA Sports. Be back soon for the Battle of Ontario. Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the second period in Toronto, Canada. Clock is dropped and we are ready to start the second period. Alright, folks, as we are seeing things before, if it gets a close, tense game here, I'll send it over to you guys and see how it's going. Well, great take here for the Maple Leafs.
Ottawa Sens goal. His second goal of the playoffs, second goal of the postseason. Scored by number 28, Claude Giroux. Assisted by number 12, Shane Pinto. And by number 71, Ridley Gray. Time of the goal, 19:56 remaining in the first period. Claude Giroux with his second goal in the playoffs, assisted by Shane Pinto and Ridley Gray. At 19:56 in the first period in the playoffs.
Ontario, this really kept on going straight. This is really like the hardest matchup that they have ever been playing for in most games. Let's hope that there is another great goal for Ottawa so they can take it even. Now it's a win, we'll put it in as McCabe has his puck on in center, gives it to Tavares, and it's now over to Tanev. Tanev fires that one around the net as he looks over to Hunter, and gives it over to McCabe, looks to Tavares, a set over now finding McCabe. McCabe looks over, Tanev shoots it, saved by Walmart. And he now moves to Highmore. He gives it back to Zub, and he looks to Giroux. Giroux again to Scottell. That one makes a great save as Nylander kicks that one out of here. He looks to Tanev. He sets to McKay. McKay looks to pass to Nylander. Nylander to Marner. Marner fires it shot. That block saved up here in traffic. Mitchell Marner now finds Ekman Larson. What's on for Riley? Shots blocked. Tavares shoots it. Shots blocked again. Tavares shoots it. Saved by Omar. Nylander battling along the board. Now he rolls it over to Highmore. Highmore takes over. Riley now tries to give it back the other way to Holmberg. And it goes down. The rebound by McMahon. McMahon sets to Riley. Riley looks at Ekman Larson. Larson sets to Riley. Riley shoots it. Couldn't get it back this time as Holberg is trying to give it over to get it Riley. Riley sits over. And I've broken up the play here. McMahon now tries to give to Riley again, now finding Mitch Marner. Marner goes down. Oh, he just didn't think he was able to hit that put back. On a shot saved by Wool. He'll hold it up with only 17:30 to go in the second period. Just a lot of time left in the period. Still looking for a goal for the Ottawa Senators to tie this even. Here's Chapman, shot, he scores! It's Brady Tkachuk. He makes a big tipper to tie it up. After all that happened now, Chapman sets it over to Brady Tkachuk. He makes that with a great look at the big tipper. Look what happened to this. This is when the deflection makes it in for Brady Tkachuk. He just got it over. It's a big lots of help on contract. They really have been playing it all over the line. Now we see what's going on as Brady Tkachuk is really like getting his own goal. He really took enough hit to make that credit. Bennett sets it over, now finding to Matthews as he looks over to Nice. Nice is right toward his zone. Dummy shot, saved by Olmark. Olmark sets back to Jensen this time. He looks to Greg, and he'll clear it back over to Vaperson.
Ottawa since goal. His second goal of the playoffs,
Brady
first
Tkachuk
goal of
with
the
his
postseason.
goal in
Scored
the
by
game
number
two.
7, Brady Tkachuk.
Second goal of the playoffs.
He's assisted
And
by
now
number
Matthews is
72,
right toward
Thomas
Wade.
Chabot.
Chabot rolls over
And by
again,
number
now finding
71, Ridley Gregg.
Lost his
Time of the goal,
chance.
2 minutes 33 seconds in the second
Nice,
period.
it's right toward
Brady
Wade.
Kachuk with his second
He
playoff goal,
fires
assisted
that
by
one
Thomas
around to
Chabot
Matthews.
and Ridley Gregg at
Matthews looks
2:33
over.
in the second
And
in the
it's back to
playoffs.
Medio. Medio looks superior there. Huron. Huron chance. Right towards zone. Lawrence gets it back. Now finding over to Matthews. This time looks again to pressure ready. Fires it. Saved by Omar. Rebound by Lawrence. Lawrence pass. Broken by Huron. Back to Pacioretty. A center now finds it to the net. He lifts it up, and this one redirects it. McCabe looks over. Now the pass to Pacioretty. And Pinto looks to Medio. Medio on his way down. This couldn't get not passed by as Pacioretty gets it to net. Here's McCabe on his own rebound. Watch his front scores! Jake McCabe makes another goal for the Leafs. Bears back up in the lead. That was incredible for Jake McCabe, and he really wants to do the number 7 thing quite quickly. I was not showing what's going on, but this really makes a nice goal beating over by Lindbergh, and it just went right past him by this defender's stick, and now it rolls into the goaltender. That's great goal and technique. Great chance here as now as Jake McCabe gets another playoff goal. That's number 2, first goal of the game. Now for the win, Riley sits over to Ekman Larson. And he'll now have it over to Morgan Riley. A set over to McMahon. Round the back. Holmberg will set over now finding to Ekman Larson. Riley on the backhander, stopped by Osman.
Maple Leafs goal! His
Toward the
first goal
outside.
of
The pass to Osman fires it. Saved up by Wolf.
Jake
And this one skips back to Reinhardt. Shot, safe play. Kicked it out of here.
Assisted by number 8, Chris Taddam.
Holmberg.
And by number 67, Max Pacioretty. Time to goal, 4:05 remaining in the second period. Jake McCabe, his first playoff goal, assisted by Chris Tanev and Max Pacioretty at 4:05 in the second of the playoffs.
Changes over, shot saved by Holmberg. We made it to the 15-minute mark as we right now it's a 3-2 game. And if you love this team, Vegas Golden Knights have already made their way to the second round. The last part will face against the other team as the Dallas Stars. They couldn't win their last postseason, but they are back this time. If you're watching the NHL and Stanley Cup playoffs and you missed a moment, never miss here with the NHL app by downloading it today. Catch all the postseason skier as you got plenty of action skier right around the corner. No matter where you are, you will watch it anytime. I would say now that Mitch Marner and her team are really like keeping things going in there, and I just really felt like this is a nice take goals. There is no stopping to this advantage, and they just couldn't get over this. I don't know what's going to keep on happening that time. They really have been playing it off really well. Now as you're ready to take another puck drop, it is another part of the goal race here at this moment, as they're still looking for another goal for the Ottawa Senators. Now the win puts it in for Sal. Now he rolls it over. A pass over to Highmore. Highmore sets and a shot saved playing here by Wool, and he now rolls it over again. The pass off to Marner, looks it over to Nylander. Code checked out of here. Matthews and their team goes offside with only 14:09 left. Both teams are set ready for another puck drop. Still a tight game in the score. Still looking for a goal for Ottawa to keep it even. Now Domi has it across. He'll fire that one around the net. Nice, sets it over. A chance back play, but over again to the net. Rolls to Nice. Nice sets it to Nev this time, and he rolls it over to Domi. Domi looks at the Nev, and he rides over to Nice. Nice chance. Nobody shoots it. That glove save by Omar. 40 shots on goal for Toronto Maple Leafs, and only Ottawa 30 shots on goal. Now to win. Here's Sanderson. A roll past the high wall. And this one poked it out. The rebound puts in by Zuck. Zuck in motion. Domi takes it back. Matthew has it. And a set over to Tanev. Again, Domi. It's back to Highmore this time, and he rolls in the other way. Oh, a big hit. That is a big monster takedown on a slack out.
That is just unbelievable. They really are getting over this on the line. I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
Matthews lost his spin control. And Sanderson sets it to Giroux. Giroux finds up and scoots out in center. Agman Larson takes over now, finding to Morgan Riley as he rolls again to Pacioretty. Again to Kemp. Sends to Domi. Domi shot saved by Omar. And it now rolls over to Stützle. He bows along the puck, rebounded by Kemp. And now he's off to Agman Larson, sets over to Domi. Giroux, Stützle, backhander, stop by Roll. 12:37 remaining in the second period as they'll get ready for another puck face-off. Still lots of time left in the period. 23 for Maple Leafs and 13 for the Sens. And here's Chavez, right toward away on the shot, gloved it up, back to Pacioretty. Sets to Agman Larson. Larson, toward wing, slows down. Tries to get out of the zone, now finding Kemp. They now give to Agman Larson, looks to Lawrence. Finding a new change off to Kemp, and he gives the pressure ready. Here's a chance. Timmons shots blocked. Rebound here by Chavez. And he now rolls to Gregg. Gregg gets right in toward the wing. A pass to Kachuk. Tries to get to Paperson, and he scores! He's got another one! Paperson with his first playoff goal, tied for 3.
Drake Paperson's really like not even to get a piece out of there, and that really must took it in with some great goals after Brady Kachuk. This is no question of how he was making it in, but that really sent it over to Paperson's first goal in the playoffs. That really is putting it on the line. He got it all coming down.
So the Leafs and the Sens are tied for 3 as Gregg pulls it in.
They can't get rid of this. They're really looking like Ottawa Senators are really trying to get over this for the goal. There's no stopping this to play. You know, this advantage is really like keeping out of the way too soon. And I really have no patience left here. Whatever Bennett or whatever anybody they really do for, this gives up everything. And now, there's no chance to win that if you're going to do it. Oh, this one is all over the pad. And Jensen takes it over. And it's back to Tavares this time, and now Gregg sets the Paperson. First playoff goal against the Toronto Maple Leafs, looking for 2.
Ottawa Sens goal. His first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason.
Marner's
Scored by
right
number
to
19,
wing.
Drake
And
Paperson.
Tavares sets it over. Now finds
Assisted
McCabe.
by number 7, Brady Kachuk. And by number 71, Ridley Gregg. Time to go. 8:01 remaining in the second. Drake Paperson, his first goal of the playoffs, assisted by Brady Kachuk and Ridley Gregg. At 8:01 in the second period of the playoffs.
And now Jensen takes over to Shabbat. Shabbat rolls to Perron. Perron's in corner. He bumps right toward the wing. Blocked by Tanev. Rebound by Pinto. Here's Clevitt. A set chance. Blocked by Marner. Clears his own. And that will take it to an icing for the Toronto Maple Leafs with 10:43 to go.
Still a lot of play actions here between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Senators, as they're both even up for this game for 3. And now McCabe rolls towards again to Tanev. Tanev, deep zone, way too strong. Icing on Toronto. Well, they got to stop zoning it out because they really are just deep in the puck out of the zone. I thought someone was going to go get it from the blue line. I mean, you can't just like go afterwards. I mean, you just need to like stay it out for some reasons. Just need to get that one a good complicate to try to like keep playing it out and do the simple. It's a glove save by Wool.
Oh, what a stoppage out there. Wool's making a one-time save in his own way.
I love this energy. That makes it a great look here for Wool. And they really are stopping it out. Just kept it going. Now the chance to McMahon as he sets it over to Riley. Riley shot save off by Walmart. Robertson sets to McMahon. Now finds Ekman Larson. Wilson Tavares. And he sets to McMahon. McMahon back to Ekman Larson. Chance back to Robertson. Looks to Riley. Riley. Backhander on the shot. Didn't get over this time. McMahon looks to Robertson. A set to Riley as he sets over to McMahon as he looks into Tavares. Bumps it right toward the wall. The Suners are back in offense as Perron sets to Amadio. Amadio's shot's blocked. Morgan Riley takes over. He rolls to Holmberg, and as he passes over, now finds again to Robertson. The cut motion finding Anthony Larson. He wants to sets to Robertson. Fires that shot. That one redirected off the defender, and it's back to Stutzel. Giroux finds Highmore. Highmore. On a chance. This one goes right behind the net. A set over finding Duro. Holmberg sets it over, now finding Denise. Now a set chance to Holmberg. That one plays too soon, and this one breaks out in a chain as Harmonic sets it pass back over again to Stutzel. Stutzel finds Clevin. Clevin goes down on board, and it's now saved by Wool. And Bennett will hold it right toward behind the cage as he will now give some tough moment again to Nice. Nice sets to Domi. Matthews rolls it back outside, and he now finds Timmons. A pass broken up by Greg. Greg pulls it in, fires it off around the net. Bennett rolls into Timmons. Timmons deep pass to Matthews is way too strong. Icing will be on Toronto again.
Well, man, they really are tiring things out. It looks like they're not pretty friendly afterward. I mean, they miss communication every time. But this need to be done straight correctly.
Now's the win for Ottawa. Here's a shot blocked by Matthews. Rolls over to Matthews. Now Domi will have a chance. He'll fire that one around the net. Matthews takes it over. And he rolls out. Now finds Timmons on the outside again to Bennett. And a chance now finds Timmons. Timmons looks over again to Bennett. And it's on a shot. Big club stop bait here by Omar. Averson rolls to Greg. Greg's right toward the wing on the opposite side. In his own to Kachuk. Fires it. Saved by Bull. Bull again to Timmons as he rolls it back to Bennett. Bennett looks to Nice. Nice is out of here. And now it rolls back to Averson. Rolls to Kachuk. Timmons takes it over. Chance back to Nice and he rolls out again to Matthews. Matthews. Rolls in struggle. Pass to Domi and the backhander. Blocked the shot. Rebound by McCabe. And it's now to Matthews. Matthews shoots. Blocked it. Saved by Omar. Just 7-2 remaining in the second period. They'll get another face-off underway. Critical draw here. 52/43 hits for Ottawa Senators with 7:02 remaining. Now the win for Stutzel. As now Stutzel's right over to Zoll. Sub chance is right toward in the opposite side of his own. Camp sets it to Tanev, and he rolls to Lorenz. The Maple Leafs are back in their Ottawa territory as Pacioretty's right toward around the wing. Outside Tanev. Fires a shot, saved by Omar. Tim Stutzel finds Highmore. With a chance, he scores! Highmore gets his first goal in the playoffs. They get the lead up by 1. This Highmore was really like giving all what he did. with that shot, it's a big goal to have that start off in field. There's no stop from Stutzell as he gives it over to Highmore and he really rick it out of here and beats over Wool. Wool's definitely like impatient already. He's not really like showing off where he wanted to be. So that really is a big stopper. Toronto Maple Leafs are climbing back in right now, but it looks like that Stutzell's team is up in the leader. It's a 4-3 game. Now Jensen sets over to Guy Roux. Guy Roux pass broken by Tanev, and he rolls it over to Tavares, and he looks again to Marner. Marner, Kalimoshe, stopped by Omar. Oh, what a great take here for these Leafs, but Omar recovers the puck, and he will keep it out of the range. Tavares wins the faceoff as Riley now finds it again to Ekman Larson. Marner's right toward wing. Set over right toward the middle. And Tavares takes it
Ottawa
back.
Sins score his first goal in the playoffs, first score of the postseason. Scored by number 15, Matthew Highmore.
And now it's back to the
Assisted
Ottawa.
by number 18, Tim Stutzell.
Back here as now
And by number 28, Claude Guy
He'll
Roux.
send it up to the middle to
Time of the goal,
Riley.
13:30 remaining in the second
Jensen
period.
takes it over.
Matthew Highmore, his first goal in the playoffs, assisted
That
by
one
Tim
races out,
Stutzell
icing
and
will get
Claude
some
Guy
tired
Roux
defenders,
at
and this will be on
13:30 in
Toronto.
the second period of the playoffs.
Down the wing, and a shot clock saved by Wool. And he sets to Ekman Larson. He'll get it out. And now it's Perron. Sets over, stopped by Wool. And it's Nylander. Wool sets it over to Marner this time. Marner cuts the other way. He passed Ekman Larson. Good poke check here for Ottawa. And Chabot's right toward wing. The Senators are back in offense as Perron now finds Chabot. Chabot to Amedio. Amedio's right toward wing. Stops it. Takes it over. That one chips out. A chance to Chabot. Pulls Amedio. And he has been tripped, and this will be a penalty on Tanev.
Not a good house.
Toronto has a 2-minute penalty on a
That
tripping.
is a bad take. Christopher Tanev is not really looking like he was impatient already, but he just went late and he just couldn't get over this at the right timing. That's bad players on the Manners.
Power play coming up for Ottawa Senators. First penalty kill on Toronto. Now, playoff that reasonable for Ottawa Senators as they really are making the first of this a butte. And
Toronto penalty
sometimes
number
now
8,
they
2
really
minutes
don't
for
see
shooting.
what they are
Time
caring
penalty,
for,
4:55
because this
remaining
really
in the
needs to
second
give some
period.
timing oftenly
That's a
that they
penalty
need to
on
do
Toronto
for.
Maple Leafs on
Sometimes you don't
Christopher
listen to
Tanev,
their
number
words,
8
and
for
they
the
just
tripping.
need to give that one back
Time
an
penalty,
opportunity
4:55 remaining in the
to
second
kick it
period
back
of
in
the
the box.
playoffs.
There's no change wide, but they need to go from big between gaps and gaps. This zone is really hard to try and keep the power plays from going. 2-on-1 fast break. McCabe takes over, now finds it over to Kemp. And Kemp sets it. Trying to go for shorthand and saved by Omar. Sanderson sets it over to Stutzell. Rushes right toward his own. Riley sets to Kemp. And this one will clear the zone out for Kemp. The rebound by Guy Rocks. And here's a chance now. He will set it over to Gregg. 1 minute left for the Sens power play. Shot saved by Wool. Ease will be over the line, and this will clear the zone out of here. Allmark will keep his puck here, and now it's back to Perron. Perron sets to Gregg. And now Amedio is right toward the opposite side of the zone. The rebound by Ekman Larson as he will now sets it over to Nice. Nice sets to Domi. Domi couldn't quite hold on to this point as Gregg is back the other way. Gregg finds Pinto. Now Ekman Larson will give to Bennett a chance. A fine pass to Domi. Domi. Nice. Shot. Save play. That's on Omar.
Looks like Tanev's penalty time is about to be up.
Amedio sets to Chabot. Shot says whisked wide.
And that will do for the power play for the Senators. They're 0 for 1 as now Tanev's out of the penalty box.
Great with the hustle to gives a good use of a guideline. Sometimes it doesn't make anything happen more than oftenly. What they don't see is they don't just give a good chance here on the first time to have that miss on a power play opportunity.
After raiding goalposts, here's Sanderson. Sanderson, Harden takes over, and it's back to Reinhardt at time. Sanderson fires it, same play. Now it's McMahon, will sense it over, he will clear the zone out. Jensen's right toward the opposite side of Sanderson as he rolls to Reinhardt. Reinhardt sends Sanderson, rolls it out, and rebound by McMahon. He'll kick it over to Holmberg this time. And he will be interfered up with the Maple Leafs defender. This will be
Ottawa penalty has a 2-minute interference.
That's definitely bad news out there. I thought he was coming in to help, but it looks like he was pushing in right toward the wall and he went down. That's a hospital chuck that time. Now their first power play is on for the Maple Leafs. 2 or 3 to go in the second period. And he'll have to make some time
Ottawa penalty
adjustments
number
here.
38, 2 minutes for interference. Time penalty 2:03 remaining in the second period. That's a penalty on the Ottawa Senators. Zach Osberchuk for a 2-minute interference. Time penalty 2:03 remaining in the second period of the
Just couldn't get
playoffs.
over it. Nice. Sets in. Shot. Blocked. Rebound by Highmore. And Highmore will clear that zone out. A set over to Clevin. This one breaks the chain. Now Matthews will have a chance now finding a Nylander back in the Sens territory. Nylander sidesteps the motion, now find Nice. Fires that shot, saved by Olmark. Oh, wow! And a big stop here by Olmark. He doesn't know where the puck is, and he finds the puck. 1:15 remaining in the second period. This is a big battle, season battle of Ontario.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, they're really no optional. That take was just surprising.
Now the win, Sanderson rolls right toward down. On a shot, save play. Domi will set up it back again to Riley. And now back to Agmalarson. Sets the pressure ready. Looks over. Riley shoots it.
Last minute in the second
Under a
period.
minute remaining in the second period. Domi's right toward again to Riley. Riley to Agmalarson as he cuts it in. Here he comes. Save play. Unbelievable goal mark. He stays it out.
This is definitely un-moment luckiness out there. That Olmark was really giving all what he had.
Agmalarson shoots it. Saved by Olmark. Archer ready. Sets again to McMahon. And one timer Domi, he denied it. He just keeps it out of here. Archer ready, rebounds the puck. One time chance, deny the play. Oh, Markey is looking like he's struggling a little bit. But he just keeps it out to try to stay alive. Time running down. 13 seconds. 13 seconds for the second. 8 seconds. 10 seconds. And that will do it for the Leafs power play. They'll get this thing hauled in. And they'll be ready to be forced to start the third period for their teams after the Senators go offside with 2 seconds. They'll be ready to take these reinforcement to get ready to make the play after to start the third period. It's definitely what their time is, though.